Red, you talked last night about wanting your guys to play angry. You think you got that response out of them?
Yeah, I mean, we played really hard. I mean, really hard. You know, I don't have any problem with how hard any of the kids played that were in the lineup tonight. You know, we got good goaltending. Had to kill a bunch of penalties. One of those was my fault. But the team rose up to the challenge, and we were in position to win the game. You know, and you know, they got the second goal, and then we tied it, but a second too late. You know, if we had tied it then, you know, it might have been a little bit different. We kill a penalty in the third period, or excuse me, we get off a power play. That's part of our game that we didn't execute at all tonight. We were very poor on the power play, and then you know, we get out there in the next shift and we give up the third goal. So we know as a team that we have to be that precise. We know that we have to be better on the power play. You know, for a while we were playing great on the power play. We just weren't scoring. All the last two nights we weren't very good on the power play, and that's got to change. You know, for us to be successful, win hockey games. That's the bottom line. So.
You had trouble entry passes.
Well, what was happening? It's really rather simple. You have to come up together and come up with speed, okay? And when there's a pass to be made, you have to make it at exactly the right time so that people can maintain their speed. And so we had certain players bringing the puck up who weren't delivering it at the right time. We did do it one time in the second period, and Steve Swagley walked in all alone on a power play breakout, right? I don't know if you recall. And, you know, we talked to the players about doing that, but then, you know, they just don't do it for whatever reason. And, you know, and it's not because they're fighting the coaching staff and they don't want to, you know, they just, the team's in a funk. But I will tell you this, tonight on the bench was the best I've seen it all year long. You know, we were down in the third period, and early on we gave up the third goal, but the kids stuck with it emotionally throughout the period, which was a very, very good sign.
Their PK is third in the nation, so obviously they are. I mean, was there anything that was?
No, it's not. It's poor execution by us. Like, you know, they hadn't given up a power play goal until we played up there 3 weeks ago, and we scored 2 power play goals on them the first night. So if you execute properly, you have a chance to score. It isn't like, you know, some sort of magic stuff that they do. You know what I mean? But if you don't execute exactly the way you need to, then their power play looks like, you know, and basically what they do is they're good at it, and they make you have to be precise to create scoring opportunities. And we were imprecise tonight, last night as well.
The game misconduct, what was your view of that call, and how much that's?
Well, I can't talk about the officials. It's I'll get suspended, and I don't want to do that yet.
But how much does that set you back? I mean, they did get 20 goals in 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, obviously they scored a goal, and that put them up 2-1. But you know, at the end of the period, after we came back from that, they only got the 1 goal. They could have scored as many as they could have scored, right? You don't come out of the box in major if the other team scores. So I thought we did an excellent job killing that penalty, and then as soon as that happened, you know, it gave the bench a lift. I mean, you know, we gave up a power play goal, but you know, we were still in the game, and then we started storming them at the end of the period, and like, you know, the goal was scored a second too late. Well, obviously he played well. I mean, you know, you guys saw it. You know, so he played well. He gave us a chance to win. I mean, through periods, it's 2-1, and he's playing really well. So it's a good goaltending performance.
Well, there's Scott said we played pretty well too for them.
Yeah, he made some big saves for them too. We had some good chances in tight and didn't finish them, and part of that's because he played well.
Is the feeling that if you give this effort every night, you're going to win some of these games?
Oh, there's absolutely no question about it. You know, before the game, we saw Staff Sergeant Mills, who, you know, came onto the ice, right? And, you know, he has no arms and no legs. And, you know, you saw the crowd and heard the crowd. I mean, that's how wonderful this state is, right? How we respect the military and people who sacrifice for us. And we're all sitting here right now, each and every one of us, whether you're a coach, a player, the media, an administrator, a booster, you know, we're all here because of people like that give us the opportunity to live life comfortably, okay? So is it fun, you know, to be working, you know, to be losing the way we are? No, it's not, but we got like zero problems compared to people like that. And the ones that are over there now, and their families that are left behind, trying to live life without a father or a mother who are overseas defending our country. So if we have this kind of effort and we get smarter, like we play hard for the most part all year long. There's a few nights and maybe a few players that we get upset with that don't play hard enough, all right? That's step one. Step two, we have to play smarter. You know, the first goal against is a mistake in transitioning from the back check to D-zone coverage, okay? We gave up 2 goals like that last night, and you know, we went over that today, and it's part of it is verbal communication, okay? And we made the same mistake tonight and gave them a 1-0 lead, and then Steven pushed back, you know, by getting the tip-in goal, which was awesome, all right? But that's the part of playing smarter, okay? You can't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And the players know it, and like I said, it's not like they're fighting it, you know, saying, we don't have to do that, who cares what the coaching staff says. That's not what they're doing. They're just having a hard time in the chaos that's hockey, right? Sorting it out, and a big key is them talking to each other. That's how you deal with chaos, is that you communicate with each other, and we don't do enough of that yet. And eventually, you know, our captain said in the dressing room, it was beautiful. I walked in, I went and washed my hands, because when you shake hands in the line, I think it's kind of like a health hazard. But anyway, I went in and washed my hands, and then I came into the dressing room, and Devin Shore was talking to the team, and he hit it right on the head. You know, this isn't a throwaway season. We're going to keep fighting. And all I said is, I won't let you do anything but that. You know, so we'll get better, we'll fix it, and that's just how it is.